John from Gentleman and Whiskey, and this is my 2025 channel update. Let's talk about it. So we'll talk about some other stuff, but first let's get to my biggest update about 2025. This is my daughter, and the reason why I'm whispering. This is Emma Margaret Googe, born on 12/29. Let me go put her down so she keeps sleeping, and then we'll talk about what else is coming in 2025.
All right, so now that I can speak a little bit more freely and have a little bit more volume, not doing an ASMR channel, not converting to that. It's weird. I hate it. So I want to talk about a little bit about what 2025 looks like, and obviously starting into that with, I have a kid now. My intention is to continue to do 2 shorts and a full length a week and do monthly live streams. I'm not quite sure how that's going to look, but honestly, that is what I'm aiming for. That's what I want to do in 2025. We're closing in on 3,000 subscribers, and that's awesome. I want to keep that going. I want to continue to have friends on the channel. Gentleman and Whiskey was always kind of designed to be more than one person. The intention has always been to have more friends on the channel. That has been less and less possible, but I think we're going to try and prioritize that in 2025. So look for 2 shorts and a full length. At some point, I will update the intros to these videos to say that and not say 4 in a week, because honestly, that's just not sustainable for me, at least not at this point. Having a newborn and, having a life outside of doing this, so I'm not spending my entire life editing. We're going to get through some of this stuff really quick, and then we're going to open this. Now, this is the bottle that I've been saving for the birth of my daughter. A lot of you didn't know we were having a daughter because we were holding that information to just us until she was born. That was mostly my wife's idea, and it was really tough for me to keep gender out of my mouth. Obviously, she's here. We're really excited and really happy for that to happen. But this is not going by the wayside. I don't want to get rid of this because I think we're starting to gain traction and we're building a community here. I still love making videos, and I want to continue doing that. I'd love it if you guys dropped comments of what of my content that you would like to see more of. Is there something that you think that I could be doing that I'm not already doing? I'm here for any ideas. If there's content that you feel like there's a gap in the industry that you'd like to see, drop that in the comments. I would love to see, what content you guys want to see in 2025. I'm here for doing tasting videos. That is what I enjoy doing most, but they're the videos that don't necessarily perform as well. But I'm committed to making the content that I want to make. So I will continue to make tasting and review videos and blinds, but I don't want to necessarily make things that people don't want to watch. So I will continue some list videos in there, but we're not going to have the same list of 5 every month and, continue doing the 5 allocated whiskeys I'm hunting for spring, summer, fall, winter. That's not what I'm about. I might do 1 every year around allocation season, but I'm not trying to burn out these videos. Like, I'm not trying to produce a bunch of lists to just get a bunch of views and watch hours. That's not who I am. It is my intention to continue with the big board. I had fun with that. I don't know that the reception was whatever, but I think it was fun to make those videos. So I think I will continue with the big board in some capacity. Those might end up being 3-minute shorts since those are now an option. I think the big board will continue as both a 2025 big board, but then also an all-time big board. Like, there's some things like this George T. Stagg from 2023 that wouldn't fit on the big board for any of these years, but it could be a big board for my all-time favorites, and I think this might end up being one of my all-time favorites. We'll see. I do want to kind of talk about, the uncomfortable stuff, right? For me, it's uncomfortable to talk about the ways that you guys can support me financially, but I am offering these opportunities because I think they could be fun. I think kind of a core group of people who are supporting me while I also am making content just for them could be fun. So I do have memberships here on YouTube. It is, I believe, I set it at $2. There is a list of perks that you get from that. I'm not going to go into the list entirely of every single one, but you are a distinguished person and you're helping to support me making these videos and this content. If you are looking to do the lowest tier, that is the lowest tier, but it is still helpful. I also have a Patreon where we are doing a sticker club and a sample club, and if you want to see more what that looks like, you can check that out. Sticker club, basically, I mail a new sticker to your door every month, and you get a bunch of other perks on YouTube, on Discord. You get a one-time discount code for our merch shop. There's a bunch of things. I would urge you to check it out. The link is in the description for that. The sample club is basically just that. Every month, you'll get to try a sample of your choosing from my collection. Most of this stuff is up for grabs. There is a point system, obviously, so, George T. Stagg's not going to just be a 1 month of points thing. It's going to be probably saving up for a couple months. If you're interested in either of those, check them out. The Patreon link is in the description. We do have a Discord. Currently, that is only for members on YouTube here and members in Patreon, but we are growing in membership both on YouTube here and on Patreon. So I think maybe at some point we open that up to the general public and then just have special events on Discord for just the subscribers. That's something that I'm not quite sure on yet. We do have a couple of upcoming events. We are on January 30th at, I believe it's 7:30. We are going live on the Bourbon Jerks channel where we're going to hang out with Tom. We're going to drink some whiskey. We're going to talk about some stuff. And then, we're just going to have a fun time. So if you are interested in that, check out Tom from the Bourbon Jerk. Give him a sub if you are watching me. I think he makes very similar content to what I make, and his set is beautiful, so I think he's worth a sub. So go check him out. On February 2nd, we are going to be doing the finale of the Fantasy Whiskey Draft, which we did back in October, I think it was. So the basic premise was everybody drafts a team of 5 whiskeys. We are currently in the process of rating and reviewing those to see who can get the most fantasy points, to see who can pick the best team of whiskey on the internet. I know I've made a couple of these shorts. If you want to check out the people making content, the list is in the description of this video. If you are in any way stats or numbers driven or are a nerd like me, I think it's a lot of fun. So we will have a lot of that stuff. We'll have, top reviewers. We'll have the best bottle. I think it's going to be an interesting list. And then we'll have whoever can pick the best team of whiskey on the internet. Chris from Bourbon of the Week is the reigning champion, but that is a popularity vote. So we'll see if he actually can do it this year when it is not just a popularity vote. We're going to continue doing Instagram lives with a group of people I like to call the Glen Gang. Josh from the Kingpin of Smoke. We've got Mike from the Vice Life of Sly. We've got the Bourbon Besties, Chris and Sherry. And then also, if he ever makes it at any point, Frank from the Bariqua Bourbon and Cigar Journey. He's a super cool guy. Our intention is to continue doing those lives, probably monthly. It's a fun thing for all of us. So if you can tune in there, just check us out on Instagram and you'll see when those lives are coming. But without further ado, I think we really need to crack this bottle of George T. Stagg in honor of the birth of my beautiful daughter. So let's do this, man. It's been a journey. It's been super cool. I know a lot of you are excited with me for her birth. I know a lot of you are excited for me. It has been a ride so far. She's about 2.5 weeks old at this point. I'm very excited to watch her grow up, and I think it's going to be super fun. And I'm going to cheers all of you. So if you have something that you wanna drink along with me, I'd love for you to find something great so that we can cheers the birth of my daughter. Drop down in the comments if you are drinking something special along with me. So here it is. Cheers. George T. Stagg 2023 edition. Let's see what it smells like. Cherry and caramel. You can't beat that color. The color on this is absolutely fantastic. It's sweet. It's a little leathery. It's a little proofy, but not like too much so. It's 135 proof, so you'd expect a little bit of proof. It's got like a ton of vanilla, a lot of cherry. It's almost like a cherry turnover, like a little bit of like bready pastryness to it. If I'm being real, it's everything that I wanted it to be. It's got a lot of individual notes and a lot of like deep, like very, very evident notes. And I think that's what I like most about Buffalo Trace. There's oftentimes a lot of individual flavor notes that you can pick out really easily, and they kind of come and go, and I love that. I love everything about that. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Oh, there's nothing bad about this. It is cherry, a little bit of mineral to it, then it's butterscotch, it's leather, it's oak, very cherry. Almost got like a cherry starburst thing going on. Definitely like a candy, I won't say minerality like Dickel, I'll say mineral like a Smarties candy or like a Razzles or something like that. Something with a little chalk to it. Definitely a pleasant Kentucky hug here. And yes, I am wearing the Buffalo Trace Master Distiller shirt on purpose because, Stagg. I love this. The finish is long. It's a lot of leather and cherry and oak. It's definitely a little charcoaly. I like that a good bit. The barrel char is really evident on the finish of this. It's a great bourbon. It's a great pour. I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to finish this video, so cheers. All right, if you haven't dropped your video suggestions, if you haven't dropped, what you're drinking along with me, drop me a comment. Check out all my other social media. If you like this content, check out our other videos. Please like and comment on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And we hope you'll join us in drinking like a gentleman. Cheers.